I finally snapped my older sister Valerie during our family dinner last Monday, and judging by the look on her husband's face, I wasn't the only one who'd had enough. For 5 years, she has made it her mission to mock my marriage, targeting my husband Ben every time he shows me affection. Ben is a pediatric nurse who still brings me flowers after grueling 12-hour shifts, but Valerie can't stand it. When she stayed with us a few months ago and saw him bringing me coffee in bed, she actually sneered and told me I was treating him like hired help. The breaking point came last Friday during my 32nd birthday dinner at an Italian restaurant downtown. Halfway through the appetizers, my feet were killing me from my ridiculously high heels. Without making a scene, Ben quietly got up, walked 4 blocks to our parked car, and came back with my comfortable white sneakers. He knelt right by the booth to help me swap my shoes. Suddenly, Valerie slammed her wine glass down hard. "Oh, for heaven's sake," she snapped, her voice echoing across the patio. "Could you two stop the performance? It is sickening. You're a grown woman, Emma. Put your own shoes on." "You make him look pathetic." My dad immediately stared at his napkin, and nobody breathed. That is when I lost it, because I looked over at her husband, Tom. Tom used to be the ultimate romantic, planning extravagant scavenger hunts just to make her smile. But Valerie ridiculed every single thing he ever did. If he bought jewelry, it was the wrong metal. If he planned a trip, it didn't fit her schedule. For 8 years, I watched her systematically chip away at his soul until he just stopped trying. Leaning across the table, I looked her dead in the eye. "Valerie," I said, my voice dangerously calm, "do you want to know why Ben does these things for me?" She crossed her arms and glared. "When it comes to my end, because when he tries to make me happy," I told her, making sure every word landed. "I actually say thank you. I don't belittle him. I don't roll my eyes. I don't treat his love like it's a burden." Her face went paper white. "How dare you?" she hissed. "I dare," I said, "because you aren't disgusted by Ben. You're just insanely jealous. You're mad because Tom stopped doing sweet things for you. But he didn't stop because he fell out of love. He stopped because you punished him every single time he tried." You could have heard a pin drop. Valerie stood up, her chair scraping loudly against the tile. Grabbing her designer bag, she looked at Tom, expecting him to follow like a puppy. "Tom, let's go." But Tom didn't move. He just sat there staring at his half-eaten pasta with tired, empty eyes. "No," Tom whispered quietly. He didn't dramatically pull off his ring or make a big scene. He just looked up at her, completely checked out. "She's right, Val. I'm not going home with you." He left his keys on the table, stood up, and walked out the front door alone. Valerie was left standing there, completely exposed in front of our entire family, finally realizing that her constant cruelty had driven away the only man who had ever truly tried to love her.